I'm here live, you cannot deny, at the wonderful Yahshua's temple. I haven't been here ever since I was a child, but still, to see this place still standing and demanding, it makes me smile for a little while. I love this style. Because for the Supreme Elohim, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yeshua's knowledge, if you take advantage of it, you won't have to go to college. It's that indescribable feeling, that indescribable healing, that brings me nothing but chilling. It's the way I get it.
Well, anyway, let's go to Yakanan, John chapter 5. Yakanan, John chapter 5. And I will always say, for all you awakened Israel, you say, stop forsaking the assembly of the congregation. Stop trying to bring up to your knowledge in your own crib. He starts you off that, then he's trying, he say, kicking you out. You know, you go somewhere else. You start open up a temple, or you go to one. Yeah, because you lean into your own stinking understanding, come up with the wildest, crazy, exaggerated idea that ain't Yah. Hallelujah. Yakanan chapter 5, verses 23 to 24, and it reads.
John chapter 5 and verse 23. That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor our Father. Oh, I'm sorry. Even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him.
Ooh, pro-Israel brothers and the silly sisters, this is for you. This is for you. And for those who, like say Israel say there's no New Testament, how you calling our life? He tells about Yeshua's coming. You know, in those last books and all. Like Isaiah and Ezekiel and all them, Jeremiah. He tells it of it. Who report you gonna make? Adam, Yahceph, or the Barak? Yeshua. Here it is. That all Adam should kabod the high band. That all Adam should kabod the high band. Even as they kabod the high olive. He that kabod not the high bond. He that kabod not the high bond. Kabod not the high olive, which had sent Yahshua. What you don't get, what you don't understand. You say you don't believe in the new, why you go there? Why even mention it? Huh? Continue.
Verse 24. Amen, amen, I say unto you, he that beareth my word, and believeth on him that sent me, hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life.
Check this out. Amen and amen. I am unto you. He that shall mar my dabar and believe on Yeshua, on Ibryi that sent me, had everlasting kind, and shall not come into condemnation. Not with these offerings, you ain't. You don't. They are here to convict you to come to the side of God. That's the only thing. Only the devil got condemnation for you. But it's passed from Mavet unto Kai. Yes, you appointed to move this one, but the second that Mavet, you don't have to. You forever to everlasting Kai. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Yes. Let's go to Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 58. Here it is, world. Yah is saying, he said, listen and hear me. He said, and do. Hear it and do it. Yahshua chapter 58. Sabbath was created for Adam. This is what, because he was just showing you what to do for you to keep your sanity and honor him. Yahshua, Isaiah chapter 58. Let's read verses 13 and 14. All praises to Abba Yahweh in his great Shem Yeshua. Amen.
Isaiah 58 verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Shabbat, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Shabbat a delight, the holy of Yahweh, honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words.
Hallelujah. Check it out. If thou turn away thy foot from the Shabbat, from doing thy pleasure on my Kadash Yom, and Karal, the house of it, a delight, which it is, sweeter than anything you have tasted.
Right.
And the high Kadesh of Yahweh, Kabod, and shall Kabod Yahweh, not doing thy own way, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor among thy own dabarams. That's what it is. You have nothing. He already asked you one day to really come honor him. And then I don't listen to this one pastor. His daddy passed away. Now he's the pastor talking just as dumb as his daddy. He tried to do away with the Sabbath, talking about, and the new it's called rest. Yeah, but it's still with the day. He talking about, why would you, honor a day where you're supposed to be honoring him all the time? He set that aside so that you can know this is sign between him and you, that he said, be you Kadesh, I am Kadesh. That's how you know. Continue.
Verse 14, then shalt thou delight thyself in Yahweh, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of Yahweh hath spoken it.
Hallelujah. Then shalt thou delight thyself in Yahweh. Yes, it's a delight. Unexplainable delight. And I will cause thee to ride upon the high place of Iyshh. Yes, he does. He puts us on high. Whatever we put our mind to do, it is done. We ask Yahweh done. And this is the best. Here it is. And feed thee with thy heritage of Jacob, thy Abba. For the mouth of Yahweh amar it. Who can go against what Abba Yahweh said? He blesses his promise, and you don't let Israel talk you out of it, a broken down Israel. They are son of him, but in disobedience, making all excuses why they ain't here on the Sabbath, working on it, doing everything, like they say, just dumping foolish talk to you, that's all it is, just dumping mess of their own mess, but they come to think it is. No, it is written. Y'all want to say, keep his ordinance, statutes, commandments to the T like he did, had it written. You can't do your own thing. Praises be to Abba Yahweh. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 12. You're trying to get something to us, Eric. Now it's eternal kind. Good kind, this kind, and eternal kind. Hebrews chapter 12. Once you taste that, once you taste this honey, there's nothing that no better taste ever, ever. Go back to sour grapes, a bitter mouth, bitter taste. The way of the Arab, house of time. Hebrews chapter 12. Let's read verse 2.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. Looking unto Yahshua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Elohim.
Hallelujah. Look at Yahshua, the author and finisher of our emunah, who for the Yahceph, he knew it was the end, it was joy, but the joy of our love he had, the joy that we would have, just following him. And he said, count it all joy. I don't care what it is in your life. Count it all joy, because you think of it could be worse. But you're supposed to count it all joy. That's because that spirit of joy. You are more than a conqueror, overcome. You're just going through. This is the furnace is just refining you. You come out like pure gold. That was set before Yahshua, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down on the high top, Yahweh hand of the throne of Elohim. That's where we is. We can despise all the shame and all the talk against it. Who cares? We know who we are and who we belong to, and why we in this business of our it's about our business, about saving souls.
Yeah.
Say keeping ourselves, our flesh in check. You check that flesh, you give no place to your flesh. The devil, there's no place to the devil.
Right.
He says stay in the Ruach, live in the Ruach. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Amen.
Matthew chapter 15. Matthew chapter 15. Matthew chapter 15. As our big brother Darwin would say, how would Elohim so great look down on such a small piece of dirt like us? Why? Because we are made in his image. We are his zakah. He wants you to be his zakah. You're only his zakah when you're obedient. When you disobey, you're a disobedient child. You know, and there are consequences. Like your physical disobedience to your parent, there are consequences. With our spiritual father, there are consequences now and for eternity. That's what it is. Hallelujah, Yahweh. You know, Israel that know they are, he has somewhat of his heads of protection, but you're not protected all the way. Because you're not giving him 100. You're not putting him first, as our brother some say, you're not making him the center of your universe. As the planets go around the sun, that's how we got to go around the sun and the Abba Yahweh. Everything first around them. This earth is secondary. Our God, our family is secondary.
Wow.
Our family is secondary. And your secular job is secondary. It's Yah and Yahshua first, your family, then your job, your provision place. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Matthew chapter 15, verses 7 and 9 in there, reading.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 7. Ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, verse 8, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Verse 9, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Yeah. There's a double twisted thing here. Y'all, like I said, they say with their mouth they'll have me, but but don't harm me. But they go for they do worship me, teaching for the doctrine of commandments of Adam, but the man go away because they say they want to think they can do what they want to do.
Right.
Instead of his doctrine of Emmett the Barbaran to get you eternal cap. How foolish can you be? Reading it, you don't go on what Adam or Iyshshah say. Read it. Right. The Ruach gonna rule over them. Then you question them. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Yes.
Let's go to Titus. Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1, let's read verse 10.
Titus chapter 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
Ooh. Look at y'all calling y'all out, Yisrael.
Yep.
For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. Y'all read the book. Y'all know who he talking circumcision. You Israel. You are keeping all the mess up amongst each other, coming to know who we are. Hey, they're going to make a song and talking about the name and all this, you know, having think the Iyshshah, they had their head cut, but you ain't got yours cut. It's SABBATH. Where Bonnet, you got a concordance. You got that apocryphus. You got a concordance too, don't you? Where Bonnet head covered, Mikba'ah, you know, the tzitzis, the fringes. Where y'all try to do away with it, you know. And women can Yahweh. Y'all got it all, it's all throughout the book. Come on now. Stop being side with which is your daddy, the devil, and the flesh. We supposed to be in this set, being set apart for the elders can see. Right. That's what it is about unity. But if you all don't want to be unified, that's on you. Yah has this remedy, always had it. And we are part of it. Here at Yahweh Yeshua's temple and many other temples throughout the area, we unified bringing it what God says, Yahweh, skipping what man said. You Israel, stop putting your sisters down. Stop fighting behind them Greeks and Romans doctrine. Holler, Yahweh. Skip down to verses 13 to 14.
Titus chapter 1 and verse 13. The witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith.
Yes, and that's what we are. We rebuking your lies of Hasatan, and through you, your flesh, and that you could be sound in Yahshua's doctrine. Continue.
Verse 14. Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth.
Not giving to Yadam favor and the myth part of our garment that turn from the high image. You know, that's Yah Israel. That word that Yadam favor. That's Yah telling lies. Make stories up, you know. All that's all it is. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to John Yachanan chapter 1. Yah is saying, listen and hear it and be a doer. Not just a hearer and listener, a doer. Yachanan chapter 1. Hear it, put it to practice, do it and live it. That's the only way. Because you hearing gets nothing. The doers get it all. Even in your life, the doer, you do nothing, gets nothing. He said, man don't work it, man don't get nothing. You can't pay a bill, you can't pay, have your own crib, your own ride, all the provisions and comforts he wants for you. You're living off your mama, your sister, your auntie, patting a bike, 50 plus club. You leaning on the lady driving, you on the passenger side. Come on, it's time to come up, Adam of Yisrael. Yeah, he say, man up, boy. Come from that male to a man. That's a male, just of the male species. Time to wake up. Yachanan 1. Yachanan chapter 1, let's read verses 1 to 15. Holler, Yahweh.
John chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim, and the Word was Elohim. Verse 2. The same was in the beginning with Elohim. Verse 3.
Praise the mighty God. For you Roman Christian doctor believer, what you don't believe, it's letting you know. Y'all think Yahshua running around. Here it is. He's talking to you. Talking to the whole area. But you Roman Christian believer, y'all don't even read. Taking a man and Iyshshah word, because you think you could just be just like the word. Let me tell you this. You in a religion. Religion is paganism. It's of the devil. Like you said, there's a beginning and an origin to everything. Yeah. And in all religion, I don't care what it is, Judaism, Buddhism, whatever, fruition, all them, big fat statue Buddha, all that is religion. It's of the devil. That's right there. You serving another Elohim. Yes, you're breaking the commandment.
Yes, they are.
You have to repent. And ask for repentance, just confess it. Abba Yahweh, I was wrong. I might have been blinded, foolish, or whatever, didn't know, but now I've been awakened. Forgive me. That's it. Like Rob Micaiah said, you die in that hata, you're going to wake up in it. Yep. And what's for that? The judgment. Hopefully you have hand high and see on it. He says, whoever you want, but don't chance it. Because you may be, next thing you may be down to the crown of shame, being tossed naked. Lake of fire. Continue.
Verse 3. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
You y'all hear that wrong, Christian? The Father didn't make nothing. The Son did it all. The Son. This is in, you call yourself New Testament believer. It's in the New. But your pastor ain't going there with you. But he said, what did he say? Study yourself. Approved to Yahweh. He didn't say let the Iysh and Iyshshah study for you so you could be approved to them. Continue.
Verse 4. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. Verse 5, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Verse 6, there was a man sent from Elohim, whose name was Yahshua. Verse 7, the same came for a witness to bear of the light, that all men through him might believe.
Hallelujah. That's as we come as a witness to all men to bear the light. Once you come from darkness to marvel light, which is the eternal kind, which is the light of this kind now. Get it? This is where you ought to get together, people. In this kind. Because when you move, it's over. He said, oh, like the wisest man on the air, that lived on there, our big brother Shlomo would say, you know, once you die, it's all over. You know nothing no more. Stop going to the cemetery and you talking to your loved one. And when you see a loved one in the spirit, you know, that's why you don't know now. You don't read the instructional book, the Musa, Old Testament. Those are familiar spirits. Those are demons taking on form of someone you know. Got to read, y'all. Say that's how the devil gets you. But your ignorance. Don't be ignorant no more. Continue.
Verse 8, he was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Verse 9, that was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
Yeah, if you accept and receive that light like I brought, because I said, yeah, it's a free gift. See, if you don't receive it, it's just there. Now, you should say, I knock. When he knock at your door, open it up. When somebody, like somebody comes sell you something, you open it up and all that. Now open up the door. This is the light of Adam. Continue.
Verse 10, he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Verse 11, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. Verse 12, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Elohim, even to them that believe on his name.
Hallelujah. Some of you Israel, check this out, some of you Israel. But as many as received him, to them he gave the Hamashiach become the high bands of Elohim, even to them that believe on Yahshua's sin. How are you going to be a bond or a bell when you move? I'm waiting on y'all to give me the answer to that one. I'm going on what Mom told my big brother is no tell. How you going to become that? Wait, hit me back. Continue.
Verse 12. Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of Elohim. Verse 14. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten Son of the Father, full of grace and truth.
Hallelujah. Check it out. Eric. And how the bar was made flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld Yeshua's kabod, the high kabod, as the only begotten of the high hour, full of hand and image. And it's on y'all, and like some of you Roman Christians, you say, he can't, that God is too high, can't keep it. Liar. He came in an example to show you. He knew no sin, but he didn't commit no sin. He came in the flesh. He was tempted in all things in this era, like you are. But you resist, you flee from it. That's all it is. That's the grew up. You resist, you run from it. That's what it is. In time of mind, you run it out of your mind. Continue.
Verse 15. Yachanan bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
This is what we is. We bear witness of Yeshua and cry among. This is Yeshua of whom we are among. Yeshua that came before us, Yeshua that comes after us, it is he that you need to get with. Holla Yahweh.
Yep.
Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1. Eric, like I said, he's patient and long suffering. As our Rob McConnell said, there'll be a time no more.
Right.
He's been doing it, you know, and there'll be time no more. And it's written. What if some don't believe? Oh well, you just don't believe. His words go up forth and do not come back idle. It does everything he sends it out to do. You know, this is how I talk to you, Eric, and how I get people to know this book is real. Go to the white man history book. You will see all those used to be great nations. Once was there and fallen. And if you went to school around them, you know, they sure throwing you their history on you. And one had one little paragraph of slavery. You know, they throwing that at you. But to the Arab, I proclaim and announce you today the black man's history. This book, the Bible, Yahweh. Everyone else got their history. This is ours. Yahweh. Don't believe that the Jewish people, they're, as he said in Revelation, I know they lying in their little synagogues saying they are you, but are not. The world has been lied to. The Hasatan has deceived the whole world. We're not deceived anymore because we have accepted in YAHCH 1 the light that came into the world, that took us from the darkness and brightened up our minds. So we can see clearly now that the lies are come. Yahweh has removed all the obstacles that was in our way. Ain't no excuses, y'all. Once you one of us or something come, some media outlet come across the world, taking the true image, Darbaring, you won't have no excuse in front of him in judgment day. You can have one, but he don't have any. Yahweh. Genesis chapter 1. Let's read verse 11.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 11. And Elohim said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so.
He said, here, listen up, hear me. He let every nation bring forth seed of its kind. Every fruit, every animal, and all that. Like the KKK, I didn't understand that. I was looking at the old documentary. I know mixed race, no interracial man. The devil did let them speak that truth. John don't say you don't get with other nations. He created, look at the flowers, everything of his kind are broody. He had nations that preserve them pure, because he pure. But Hasatan has deceived you, that is alright. And Israel, especially sleeping Israel, they got commercial, they showing you with the Caucasian man and woman. They just make the Hasatan saying, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Praise Yahweh.
That's right.
You president? No. I'm Yahshua. That's it. I'm Yahshua. That's it.
That's right.
Yahshua. Isaiah chapter 54. Isaiah chapter 54. We hear about Yahshua, nothing but Yahshua. So Yah has helped us. We don't care what no Adam or Iyshshah. We don't care. Because you ain't got the milk coop nor the lake of fire. But you want to go for not believing. We ain't going there with you. Now as long as I try my Gibeah, I'm saying what my big brother brought from my daddy. He's just doing the same what the Abba told him. We just doing the same what the big brother told us, what the Abba say do. Holla Yahweh. Care what you think.
Do it.
Because you get mad, I say, I love you. Because that means you're a hater. And that means I'm doing y'all right. Come on, hater, I love you.
Come on now. Yes, you are.
Yes, Isaiah 54. Isaiah 54. Let's read verses 7 to 8. We strive for Yahweh's excellence. He keeps taking us higher and higher. and the Ruach just get hotter and hotter, fire. We in the fiery Ruach. We ain't no chumps in it. It's a boot camp. Y'all, boot camp. You get away all chumps. You know, you read your book. He couldn't deal with chumps. He even let him go off. He didn't call him out. He just say, well, this one be doing this. He got this. Let him go. You know, I don't want to call him out and let him. He feel like a little wimp. So he let him go. And that's when he had them 300 that went to go to battle. Because he know warriors and soldiers.
Right.
And yes, Iyshshah, they are the other half of Yah's army, ready, willing. Read the book. And when Yah said, when the men wimped out, the women say, okay. Deborah, you know, the great prophetess, the judge, she was saying, okay, little boy, she was sitting on her tree. What can I do for you today? Well, if you go with me, I'll go and fight. But if you don't, I'm not going. She said, well, all right, little boy, the victory ain't going to you. It's going to be given to an Iyshshah because you wimped out. Let's go. Praise the mighty Yah.
Yeah.
Yeshayahu chapter 54, let's read verses 7 to 8.
Isaiah chapter 54, verse 7. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. Verse 8. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Yahweh, thy Redeemer.
Yeah, say this is the bull when we're going to be in the kingdom, and it's for now. He just did it for a little while until he got our attention like he had Moshe at the burning bush. Once you get your attention, start Yahweh you. Yeah. And then he had high seed on you in kindness right now. And some of you Israel, they want to keep talking about you could keep his Kadesh convocation because you're in a strange land. You're in, the enemy's territory. He said throughout your generation, even when in captivity you read, they was keeping. Some of you say, we can't keep because there's no Kohanim. Fool, you are one. So stop believing that fleshly lie that you let the devil in to really convince you. How is Yahweh? No excuse. Yahshua, John chapter 8. Yahshua, John chapter 8. No excuses with y'all. Man has excuses and be soft and let you, you doing too much. You ain't got to get the temple all that time. You ain't got to do this. It's all good. You can have it in your crib. Just the thought of the Sabbath. You keep it the Sabbath. Liar. You just like your daddy the devil. He deceived himself. And now you deceived. Praise you, my sad but true. Yahshua chapter 8, 42 to 47, and he reads.
John chapter 8 and verse 42. Yahshua said unto them, if Elohim were your father, ye would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from Elohim. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. 43. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word? Verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil.
Whoa. There it is. There it is. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yes.
Can't get no plainer than that.
That's right.
And it's in the New Testament. And you New Testament believers can't get no plainer than that. You want to be Old Torah believer, the Old Testament believer, can't get no plainer than that. Continue.
And the lusts of your father ye would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. Verse 45. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not.
That's right. We can not there. We can come tell you the truth. You believe it not. Because you love and lie. That's it. Because you're your daddy the devil. Continue.
Verse 46. Which of you convinceth me of sin? And if I say the truth, Why do ye not believe me? Verse 47. He that is of Elohim heareth Elohim words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of Elohim.
Straight drink without a chaser. Make you choke. You know, he let put it down. He ain't sugarcoating nothing. He bring it. Devil be bringing it. It's time for us to bring it. We ain't caring about your emotion. That's what the devil works on, your emotion. We ain't here. This boot camp, baby. We here to toughen your ruach up. Praise the mighty God. Job chapter 20. Job chapter 22. Job chapter 20. We say we used to whack because we knew there wasn't no jack. Holla Yahweh. We just respecting our come to know, when you know better, you should do better.
Right.
You can't come read this book and choose to ignore it. It's like three things. Either you don't understand it, either you refuse it, or you choose to ignore it. That's it.
Yeah.
And Yahshua just told you. What you don't understand about my speech? It's plain and simple. You refuse most of the time. Or you don't understand it, or you just choose to ignore it. Job chapter 22. Job chapter 22, let's read verse 29. Hallelujah.
Job chapter 22 and verse 29. When men are cast down, then thou shalt say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble person.
Hallelujah. Yahshua. That's it. The lifting up of the Nile. When thou art cast down, then thou shalt mark. There is lifting up in Yahshua. Yahshua shall Yahshua the high nefesh. Yes. You gotta believe it though. You're going to stay down there on that ground like a serpent, a snake, like your daddy the devil. Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4. Let's read verse 2.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love.
That's it. This is the way. This is how you know. He said, by this you will know that you are mine.
Yeah.
By this is how you're going to get in the kingdom. Holla Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
First Peter chapter 5. First Peter chapter 5. Let's read verse 6.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Elohim, that he may exalt you in due time.
That's it. You must annul yourself. You must annul yourself. That's it. You don't. Woe to you, that's all to it. Woe to you in the end. He shows the expected end. It's like God, we see the know the expected end. He has revealed it to us. We're trying to get you this eternal, this marvelous kind, and this kind, and eternal kind. That's all it's about, y'all. All this book is about how to serve our Yahweh. That's all it's about. It's not hard. You make it hard because you refuse to do it. It's not hard, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful life. Like Louis Armstrong said, it's a wonderful world. With Yahweh Yahshua it is.
Yes.
Psalms chapter 25. It's so lovely. Each and every day you should fall more and more in love with our Yahweh.
That's right.
Thanking him. Look around and see all this beauty and all. And say, you dumb, foolish scientists. I ain't come from no Big Bang theory. From an explosion. Happen chance. No. I was bara. Look at all this wonder. Someone had a brilliant mind. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Psalms chapter 25. Psalms chapter 25. He's trying to get something to you, Eric. Our Yahweh is about love and giving. He's supposed to be the recipient. That's all it is. But to be the recipient from the God. He made the God, received it, go do a little work. And like some of you popular Christian teachers, Roman Christians did it. Yahshua died, you ain't got to do nothing, you ain't got no work or nothing. That's Robert McCall saying. We're not working for our Yahshua, but there's work to be done. As his work when he spoke, had to be done. Work, that was work in your mouth. As we talking to each other, we're working your mouth. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Psalms chapter 25, let's read verse 9.
Psalms chapter 25 and verse 9. The meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way.
That's it, the meek. You got to be like the Zakah. Like Yahshua said, do not stop the Zakah, the children of coming to me. That's the way we all got to do. He said, this is the way of the king. You got to become a child of Yahweh. As you were down and humbled and listen to your parents on earth. That's our spiritual parent.
Yeah.
You got to humble down to be that child, spiritual child. To get into the kingdom. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11. Let's read verse 29.
Matthew chapter 11 and verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
Yes, that's all he said. Take my dabarings upon you, and Yahweh of me, for I am meek and shanah, and paid, and you shall find shalom unto your necks. That's all he asked. Come on now. He telling you, give it all to me. You know, like he said, you will suffer because he suffered. You're going to go through the trials and tribulation. I emphasize. Go through. You're going through the fire. Being refined as that pure gold. That's all. He refined you for the kingdom. He getting all the impurities out of you to get me into the kingdom. Yes, you got to get out, and it's all in the new, y'all. You pro-Israel. The old sets you up, get you ready for the new. The new is fine. Yeshua came in the flesh, and he laid it down. The Torah, the laws, New Testament believers, they are law. It's all about this book. In Revelation, he said you would be suppect by the Torah. Come on now, y'all. Stop listening to them dead lies. That's what they are. Dead lies. They're going to lie you dead, deaf, in the lake of fire. Dead lies. That's all it is. No life to it. Living mind that Yeshua called running through your veins. They are dead lies. You're going to be dead in a lake of fire. Hallelujah, Yahweh. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 18. Proverbs chapter 18. Stop listening to them dead lies. You know, from them people that went to the cemetery school. Teach it to convince you of their dead lies. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 18. Proverbs chapter 18. Let's read verse 6. Holla, Yahweh.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes.
A fool's lips enter the contention, and his mouth calleth for stroke. You want to pop them in their mouth, all that foolish stuff they cut. It's gone. You're going to get some strokes, all right? You're going to have that heat stroke on you for eternity if you don't change. You're going to have some heat stroke that ain't no quenching it. Praise the mighty God. Okay, this is here, right here. Praise y'all. This is for your New Testament belief. Y'all believe, y'all say y'all believe in this book. Here's something you to read for. Let's go to 1 John. 1 John. You don't believe this, you're not a believer. And what you felt Yahshua called, the one y'all know that Jesus, Yahshua, because once again, the dumb bell, there wasn't no J when this book was written. So why don't you as message down here there, use the sixes. Damn! Like y'all see them cartoons we wanted the light bulb go off. Let that go off in your mind, and light in your mind. Let me check this out. It wasn't no J. What was his name? Here it is for y'all. 1 John. 1 John. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Now, whose report you going to believe after this? Adam or the Bara, the Creator? 1 John chapter 3 verse 4, and you read.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Hallelujah. As our Raw Macabre say, if there's no more hata, there's no more law, then I wouldn't be right here. As he said, I'd be foot fancy and loose. I'd be out there in the world kicking it. And it's a Saturday morning. I'd have been probably just getting up from the hangover, from the club. Laying, waking up with a strange Iyshshah. A Caucasian by me. If I didn't know no better. If it wasn't no law, I can do what I want. Holler Yahweh for Revelation 9. His giving the Bob Dabarim. Praise him. Y'all he got everything done decent in order. You got to be Yahweh or nowhere. Because if you don't want to do it Yahweh, as Frank Sinatra said, I get in my highway. You'll be doing your way to the lake of fire. You don't repent and come back to Yah. Holler Yahweh. You can't do it our way no more, y'all. It's Yah's way or no way at all. Ain't no half stepping with Yah. 100. He ain't taking 99.9 nothing. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians. Let's go to chapter 3. 2 Thessalonians. He's trying to get something to you, Eric. Eternal kind. Nice kind. The best kind in this life. Like Messenger Daniel Davis said, I'm blessed by and I ain't selling for nothing less.
I know that's right.
That's it. Y'all want you to have it. I want y'all's all in all.
That's right. I don't know.
And this kind. Because our eternity God, I know I got his all in all. Holler Yahweh. How are you going to spread this good, this marvelous doctrine around being broke? Who going to want to listen? You got holes in your shoe. You got dirty, stinky clothes. And you trying to tell me about the Bara, the universe? I'm like, if you know him, I don't want to know him. Yeah. Praise Yahweh. I don't need him then. 2 Thessalonians. No knock him out. We're just using that as an example. You know, that you ain't being blessed. Like Dawid, our big brother Dawid said, I was young, but now I have age. I have never seen a sock I was y'all begging for nothing. But you get rid of me, I'm gonna take care of it.
Yes, you will.
You do your part, you do the rest.
Yes, you will.
Brothers, sleep in Israel, awake in Israel, well, especially awake in Israel, think you had 3 women and living off them, you bum. You ain't no man, you bum. You go put in an application, you do your part, y'all will bless the rest.
Yes, you will.
You silly sister, wake up. Y'all sure ain't playing on each other. Do you hear Yahweh got somebody else? Do you sure got a chick on the side? No, they one. That's what it's supposed to be, one. One husband, one wife. That's it.
That's it.
2 Thessalonians, chapter 3. Ain't no girlfriends, boyfriends. Ain't no shacking. Especially when you come to Yah, and Yah Israel, and been on Yah, then got with somebody and made a baby. The baby innocent, but you had I'm wedding. And brother, I used to think saying, when I first started, but woo, I laid that woman, she my wife. Then then one day Yahshua took me to go, fool, come back, sit down and read this again. They had ceremonies, we did what that.
That's right.
It was a ceremony, then he said, hey, well, get it right, you pro-Israel. Hallelujah, that's your lust of your dad got in you. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 16, and they read.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 16. Now, the Master of peace himself give you peace always by all means. The Master will be with you all.
Yes. All the Kadashim that serve. Because Yahshua said, as I brought Shalom did the lesson last, that the great liar, yeah, Israel. The day starts at night. Why have you not ran in barrowship? As Yahshua said, he prays for those the Abba has given. He ain't praying for everybody. Because he ain't wasting. He know not to waste his Abba breath and time. He know he ain't gonna hit. The Abba ain't trying to hit it. That's where we are, he said. That's what he said. Now the high down of Shalom himself. Now the high down of Shalom Yahshua give you Shalom always by all men. The high down Yahshua be with us that's doing his Abba's work.
Yeah. Amen.
Hallelujah. Amen and amen.
Yes.
So be it into us, Abba Yahweh.
Oh, yeah.
We can be bold like the Lion of Yehuda who we are.
Yeah.
Unafraid. And come out of that comfort zone like you read in the old book. When the cloud move, they move. When Yah say, we waiting on Yah and saying, what's next?
Right.
We like Abraham and all them. We ain't asking, what's next? And what we got to do, can you tell it to me, please? If I can be a little aware. Now, we going in there just doing what it said, because we know he done provided and made the way already.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
That's what faith is. Not believing in something you can't see. Not seeing and then believing. That's the word. 2 Corinthians. God is trying to get it to you, world. It's pleasure. 2 Corinthians chapter 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 2. And let's read verse 14.
2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14. Now thanks be unto Elohim, which always causes us to triumph in Mashiach, and make it manifest the Savior of his knowledge by us in every place.
Hallelujah. Now Torah being to Yahweh, which always causes us to triumph in Mashiach. Not like the Roman Christian got it twisted. I can do all things through Yahshua through me. That's twisted. What did he say? He said in Mashiach. I can do all things with Yahshua through Yahshua in him, not him through me. He ain't the creator. Now, Torah unto Yahweh, which always causes us to triumph in Mashiach and make it manifest the high Savior of Yahweh's Yahweh by us in every place we go. He said, wherever we tread our foot, it's shalom, it's command, it's there. We didn't got to say nothing. We just standing under the bottom of that kabod that's on us. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Isaiah, Yahshua chapter 53. Isaiah chapter 53. Ain't gonna open our mouth. It's done. Because his presence is there. That's all it is. We in his presence. The Malkup is in us. We just stand. Hallelujah. Yahshua is Isaiah chapter 53. And let's read it. Here it is. You old Torah believing pro-Israel. It's telling them Yahshua. You don't believe in it, no? Okay, that's what I need. Let's read. Isaiah chapter 53, 3 to 4.
Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Verse 4. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of Elohim, and afflicted.
All right, go ahead, read 5.
Verse 5. But he was wounded for our transgression. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Continue to 6.
Verse 6. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And Yahweh had laid on him the iniquity of us all.
7.
Verse 7. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he opened not his mouth.
Hallelujah. That's just Yahshua. And sometimes we can be dumb, not open our mouths too. That's y'all there in under control. And people look at it and say all they, spill all they dumb mess out. You know, you just look at them. They dumb themselves shut up too. This is Yahshua, you pro-Israel. What you not believe, what you don't understand, or what you choose to ignore. Better get with it, you know. Like you say, you have not the Father, you have not the Son, you have not the Son, you have not the Father. What you have after that? The lake of fire. That's all you got. You don't repent. Why you still got a cat, nothing miss in your give you up. 2 Corinthians. He's just trying to get it to y'all. Eric. He got to let you know. He wouldn't be, y'all say he was mean, he wouldn't be a Sadiq Elohim if he didn't Sahar, he warned you first. Trying to get it to you. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Let's read verses 3 to 6.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. But if our doctrine be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Verse 4. In whom the Elohim of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious doctrine of
I'm here
Mashiach.
live, you cannot deny, at the wonderful Yahshua's temple. I haven't been here ever since I was a child, but still to see this place still standing and demanding, it makes me smile for a little while. I love this style. Because for the supreme Elohim, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yeshua's knowledge, if you take advantage of it, you won't have to go to college. It's that indescribable feeling, that indescribable healing, that brings me nothing but chilling. It's the way I get it.